culture on campus? I mean, we're hearing all these horror stories, and you guys have had you've had some success, but starting with some fairly anti-speech authoritarian stuff that's been going on campus, specifically to y'all activists. Give us a sense for what the hell's going on.
Yeah, sure. So I will tell you this. When I took over the organization, we had a decision to make. There were all of these groups that were complaining, hey, look, campus is biased towards those that want to speak out. A lot of conservative groups are, painting campuses with liberal bias, and they're shutting us down. And I'm a math teacher by trade. And so I took a step back and I said, like, well, how are they doing this? Like, I mean, legitimately, like, how are they able to put this together in a way where it's like they have the ability to do this? Like, is it a rule? Is it just an environment or culture that we're creating? What exactly is it? And if you peel everything back and you look to see how are these campus administrators or campus bureaucrats able to decide who speaks, what they're saying, what groups are recognized, all the things you're seeing complaints about, you realize it's all in the policy. It's all in the code of conduct. This is what they go to as their excuse to do it. Mm-hmm. And so at Young Americans for Liberty, we actually launched something called the National Fight for Free Speech campaign. And it's very different from what you'd expect. It is not, hey, we want an advantage for our liberty beliefs. It is, no, look, we want to create a level playing field for everybody.
And it's not owning the left and inviting the most outrageous speaker conceivable just to trigger the other guys.
Right. And I think a lot of groups,
which I think is a little ridiculous. Right. I get it, but I don't think it helps.
They make a mistake in that, it's more about inciting outrage when we really want to have conversations, and it really makes our efforts that much more credible because they're shutting down speakers that, I would argue are not controversial.
Yeah.
And it kind of paints, if you really want to paint the left as being somebody who there's just no room for any other opinion, well, when they shut down the folks that aren't controversial, it's even that much more hypocritical.
Yeah.
So we took a principled stance on free speech to do this, and we partner, when we have incidents that happen on campus, we partner with FIRE or ADF, some of these free speech organizations that provide attorneys, and we've now won 51 different cases, and they all happen differently. Some of them it's a lawsuit, some it's a threat of a lawsuit, some our students are petitioning and the university says, hey, you're right. But it's really been a cool process to create a playing field on campus where it doesn't guarantee they're going to hear the liberty message, but it guarantees that we have the right to reach the students. And if you total just the student body on each of the 51 campuses, it's over 1.1 million students. And so to us, this is a way to kind of fight back a lot of the intolerance, but I think it's a gift to bureaucrats, because what I'm saying is, hey, look, you don't have to decide now. Just let everybody speak.
Yeah.
Because the problem is, if this is the free speech zone, this little coaster here, and they say that's the free speech zone on campus, you have to speak there. Well, now they're in charge of jurisdiction and enforcement. So if Bernie's group's over here, outside of the free speech zone, pushing for a 90% universal income tax, but nobody says anything, and then all of a sudden our chapter's over here handing out pocket constitutions, they get shut down. Well, now we can say, there's bias. I don't even want to have that dilemma. So if you just get rid of it and everybody can speak on public taxpayer-funded campuses, now there's no problem. Now ideas can be heard. And my argument to every single person who says campus is liberal, create an atmosphere where people can hear your ideas, and in the free marketplace of ideas, we, as the liberty crowd, we should truly believe that people will come to us when they hear all ideas.